Down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Hey there.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Just getting set up here.
All right.
I'm missing something. My phone. Here it is. Need that. Yeah, I have like a lot of stuff in this room. It doesn't look like it, but like
No, I know how that goes. You know, you get into the Zoom sessions now, so you put everything else other than your view and on the other side of the camera. I know that.
yeah, you know that trick?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, what can I unplug here? How are we looking today for
Good.
stuff?
I mean, we've been getting about 20 to 30 people signed up for each session. But then of course, the number of people who show up live is, 5, 10,
Right,
depends on what the session is. So,
right.
but my guess is you'll probably get, around 10, same as last time.
Okay. Yeah, I did like a Facebook post that I just did like where I like published I did an ad for the whole for like the
Right.
best than ever thing. And then I feel like, I mean, I don't know, it engaged with like 5,000 people and like
Yeah.
I think like 300, 400 people liked it or commented on it or something, just,
Yeah.
that thing. So
That's great. Well, I mean, just so you know, what part of what we want to do is with the recordings. I mean, we're going to continue to market all of this.
yeah,
And I mean, your sessions actually, as far as people like coming in and just looking at the titles, like yours did really well as far as people signing up for them. So,
mm-hmm.
we'll just keep marketing it after we get all the live ones done also.
Yeah. And will I get a copy of my session, like the recorded?
Yeah, I mean, they're all there. I just have to send you the link. We're storing them all in Zoom right now. So you can go in and watch the recording, and you need an access code to log in and watch it.
Got it. Okay.
But after we get everything recorded, then we'll download and probably put it, either into a teachable course or, do something like that where we can turn it into an actual product where we can get people to sign up, more people to sign up for the recordings.
Right. Okay. Sounds like a plan.
And then, like I said, what I'll do, I mean, if you're okay with it, after all of your sessions are done, like I'll collect all those email addresses and then send them to you.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, at the end is fine. Absolutely.
Because I think there were 17 on your first one, and I'll tally the whole list then once all 3 are done. So
great. Awesome. Exciting.
And then are you okay with Venmo?
Yeah.
Okay, because Andrea's back from New York, so then we can take care of getting you paid for all your sessions too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll send you my Venmo link later.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably take care, either later this week or, Monday or Tuesday next week, if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem. Just turn my phone on airplane mode.
And then just from a recording standpoint, I think, when you did that brief explanation of sort of what people should do or what they should bring, and, then I sort of jumped in to introduce you. I think if you, from the standpoint of just the sessions in general, if you jump in and, either introduce yourself or not, we have a lot of introduction material. So if you want to jump right into it, you can, but I think that'll be sort of a cleaner recording.
Right.
If you either do your own intro or just go right into it, either one works. And then we can put either some pre-roll on it or just make sure that the copy associated with the video gives all of your intro info.
Right. Okay. Well, how are we doing it today?
What's that?
How are we doing it today? Same thing. Just I'll just probably do a little shorter intro today.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to tell people, like, might have said more last time. You can go back, watch the replay or whatever. But for anyone who's new, blah blah blah.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds good. So we got So the other thing that'll help, what I like about what you're doing is if you do, you're going to do your exercises a little bit differently for each session.
Yeah.
We don't have to do this right now, but I think, when you get done, if you have, just give me like a 1-sentence description of what's different from, 1 to 2 to 3. I think that'll also help with marketing the sessions. Each one's a little bit different. So here's what we did differently between 1, 2, and 3.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that.
All right. So we have Sarah. All right. You want me to, I'm just going to open it up then. So Sarah's in the waiting room. She's the only one right now. So then we can just jump in and get started.
Sure.
All right, good morning. We're going to get started here, and I'm going to turn this over to Jennifarre.
Hello. I see I have Sarah on the line right now. I think some more people will be joining. So hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're calling in from. My name is Jennifarre Davis, and I'm a...
I'm the only one.
No worries. Yeah, go ahead and you can mute yourself. If you, I don't know if either of you or whoever was here last week, but I'll just give a brief introduction of who I am. I'm a personal trainer, I'm a Pilates instructor, and I'm also a cancer exercise specialist, certified through CETI, this Andrea's organization. And I'm really happy to be a part of this entire event that's happening. I think it's great that there are more things out there for breast cancer survivors, as I am also a breast cancer survivor. My diagnosis was about 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. God, sometimes I forget. And I spent a lot of time in the weeds, researching like a lot of other survivors, of trying to figure out, what to do during this process. And I felt that there wasn't a lot out there where I had everything all in one place, and which is what motivated me to design my own program that involves a combination of exercise, nutrition, meditation, breathing. And today we're going to just work on some more of the exercise portion of what my method is, called the breast method. And I'll bring in a few other things as well that are part of the method. And then we'll keep some time at the end for a little Q&A. And again, this session, so session 2, I don't think I have anything. I might do 1 or 2 things the same as I did on the last session. So if you haven't seen the last session, definitely go back and watch that replay. It'll be a whole different workout than what we're doing today. And the next session, session 3 on Wednesday, will also be totally different stuff. So I wanted to give you guys a lot of variety, and let's get to work. So you don't really need too much. I've designed it so you can use your body weight for everything. But I do have a foam roller here, a small, these are called like these little 9-inch Pilates balls that you can order. Usually like 2-pound weights is good. You can go up to 5s or 10s, but I like 2s for some small arm stuff. And I have a couple blocks, and I have a pillow, which is good for when you're lying on your back and just want something for your head or maybe for your spine. So if you could have any of those things handy, as well as a chair, that is great. If you don't have any of those things, no worries. But maybe a small pillow is good. Everyone usually has that. So we're going to start either sitting or lying down. either sitting or lying down. I'm just gonna start sitting today. And we're gonna start with some deep breathing. So the first part of this, this section is what's called lymphatic drainage exercises. And if you've had lymph nodes removed, you are always going to be at a risk of having lymphedema. So we want to keep our lymph system flowing. And there are exercises you could do. There's manual massage work that you can do that can make sure that that lymph stays flowing and you can stay healthy and hopefully decrease your risk of having lymphedema. So I tend to have all of my survivors do these exercises a few times a week. You know, once you know them, you can do them on your own, and they're just a great addition and really, really simple. And I find them to be very calming, to be honest, which is always a great thing when you're a cancer survivor. So again, we're just going to start sitting here, or you can be lying on your back, whatever you prefer. But deep breathing exercises first. So I like to do one hand on the belly and maybe another hand just on the chest, just so I can feel where my air is going. And I'm really trying to pull it all the way down into the stomach. So I'm doing some deep abdominal breaths as opposed to just chest breathing. So go ahead and exhale all the air out of your lungs. So just take a big breath out. And then you're going to start to inhale. So as you inhale, think of bringing the air all the way down into the belly, maybe even into the pelvis, allowing that breath to expand your ribs. And then just slowly exhale the air out. And I'm going to have you start breathing, and then I'm going to give you different cues along the way. So again, nice deep inhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And you're going to exhale through the mouth. And we go again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. 3 more of these. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And I don't know if you could notice, but you'll feel it on yourself or notice me. Notice how my hand that's on my chest it's barely moving. I'm really just moving that hand that's on my belly. And when I'm exhaling, I'm pulling my abdominals in towards my spine. One more here, nice deep inhale. And exhale. And then you can either stay sitting, or I'm actually going to go to lying down. And again, if you were doing some of these lying down, you're breathing, which I think is great to do breath work lying down because you're not fighting gravity as much. I hope you guys can see me. Yes. Okay. So we're going to have you do a few neck stretches here just on the floor. Again, you could do these seated in a seated position as well. But just on that inhale, turn your head to the left. Still doing your breathing. So you can maybe see my stomach a little bit more now. Stomach rises. And I exhale. As I exhale, I'm turning my head to the right. Again, inhale first. And exhale, turn your head to the left. And you can kind of feel it. Again, if you're lying on your belly, that breath work. Deep inhale. Notice how much my belly can rise. I'm kind of holding my position. And then exhaling, belly falls into the ground. One more deep inhale. And exhale, turn the head. Good, still staying on the ground. So I'm gonna have you just bring your elbows out to the sides. You can have your hands kind of going up towards the ceiling with the palms facing each other. And we're gonna be squeezing our shoulder blades together in the back. So I like to do these on the floor because it gives you a little bit of feedback, to something to kind of push against, a little bit of resistance. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together in the back. It's hard to see. I'll sit up in a second so you can see me if you need that. But almost pretend like you're squeezing a tennis ball in between your shoulder blades. You're going to hold that for 3, 2, and 1, and then just exhale, release that tension. And we do that again. So just inhale. And you can even press your arms into the floor a little bit and then squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back. And then release. We do this about 5 or 10 times. Again, this is part of your lymphatic drainage exercises here. This is an inhale, squeeze and hold, and then exhale, release. And keep going. I'm just going to sit up and maybe I'll turn and face this way so you can actually see what this would look like from here. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together in the back, holding, and then exhale, release. Again, squeezing shoulder blades together in the back, and exhale, release. We'll do one more again, squeeze, and exhale, release. And I'm gonna go back to the mat. We have an isometric chest press here. So as you know, if you've had surgery, it's very difficult to do, a lot of chest exercises afterwards. I'm still 5, 6 years out. I don't really do push-ups, still feel kind of uncomfortable for me. Some people say don't do them at all. It just kind of depends on where you've had your implants, but you can always do some isometric chest exercises. And this is also part of your lymphatic drainage. So you're just gonna bring your hands together, kind of like in a prayer position here, and putting them in front of the chest. And I'm just gonna press my palms into each other. And I'm gonna hold this position for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just exhale, release that pressure. And we'll do that again. So inhale, push the palms together, hold the position, hold the breath, and then exhale, release. And again, I will just sit up so you can kind of see me in the sit it up position too. So I'm pushing my palms together, really creating a lot of force here. Hold and exhale, release. We'll go 2 more times. So inhale, push those palms together. You'll feel those muscles, chest, bicep, and release. And we'll go one more. Inhale, push and hold. And just exhale, release. Good. And just kind of round the wrist, shake it out a little bit. And if you're been lying down, go ahead and sit up now. So we're going to go arms out for a few shoulder circles here, reaching through those fingertips. I like to say fingertips are pointing like laser beams. And we're just going to take a few small circles here. So just circling those shoulders. Again, just getting all that fluid moving for 3, 2, and 1, and then we're in reverse direction. So just reversing it. Shoulder circles here. You could be sitting on a chair right now if you need to. You don't have to sit cross-legged like this if this is uncomfortable. You could be on the knees. Again, whatever position is comfortable for you. Good. And we're gonna go back the other direction. You might feel a little burning in the shoulders as well. If you do this long enough. Take a rest if you need to. And reverse it. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just bring those arms down, kind of shake it out a little bit. And then arms are going to go up. So again, we're thinking about our lymph system. We have all these lymph nodes here, and we're trying to get all this stuff to drain back down into the heart. So arms up, it's going to naturally use gravity here. We're just going to take a few wrist circles. So just circling that wrist, both wrists. You should go like, 5 to 10 in one direction. And then just reverse it. And make sure you're still breathing. So again, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, reverse the wrist. It's kind of like what, patting your belly and I was gonna say patting your belly and eating a banana. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but a lot of this just keeps your mind. This is what creates a mind body awareness, reverse direction. When you're doing multiple things and you have to think while you're exercising, that's when you're going to see progress. If you're doing exercises, you're just kind of going through the motions, you're probably not going to get great results. So try to incorporate your breathing in with these motions. It's 2 things at once. Reverse it. And exhale. Deep inhale. Reverse direction. And exhale. 2 and 1. Just let those arms rest for a little bit. Shake it out. We're going to do 1 more with those. Actually 2 more with the arms up. So that's why I give a little break. So arms go back up. You're just going to do a little flexion of the wrists and extension. So just flexing and extension. Yeah, let me just do this a few times. We'll just do like 10 totals. We have 5 forward, 5 back. So I want to just let you guys know too, if you are in a position where maybe you've recently had surgery, and this is really uncomfortable to have your arms up like this for a long period of time, just bring them a little bit lower. Maybe just start here, you know, and slowly work up. You can also do it lying on your back with the arms up. You got it. That's it. Just bring the arms down, shake it out. We got one more after this, just making some fist clenches. So arms are up. Make a tight fist. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then just exhale. Maybe spread those fingers nice and wide. Good. Maybe take an inhale as you make that tight fist for 3, 2, and 1, and then exhale. Spread those fingers wide. And again, I'm just going to keep going. We're going to do 3 more. If you were on the back, you could just do it like this. And open, yeah. And you make those tight fists. Inhale. And exhale. Good, we're gonna do one more. And make that fist. Inhale. And exhale. You got it. Good. Just bring the arms down, shake it out a little bit. Take a few shoulder circles here. So that was the second part of lymphatic drainage exercises. So I included, I did the first half, the last session. So either go back and check those out, or I'm going to have a video together of all of these exercises that you guys can get if you're interested. And I'll probably, you know, just gift that to you guys or give you the link to it. I will be getting all of your emails, and I can send you just the video of all of these exercises put together so you can incorporate into your daily routine. So let's go right into a warm up here. I always like to do a nice spinal core warm up, and we're gonna do what's called a CETI grind today. This is a part of the yoga world. If you are a yogi, you might know what these CETI grinds are. And almost think of like your spine as like a spoon, and your pelvis is a cup, and you're stirring that spoon in your cup. So I'm basically moving my spine around. It's almost like a seated moving cat cow. So it feels kind of nice. You don't have to put any pressure on your arms if you've had any kind of surgery. Good, and reverse it. And just so you can see from this side what this kind of looks like, I'm kind of rounding my spine here, curling the tail underneath. And then I'm pulling my chest forward and sitting up tall. Yeah. And don't worry about if this like looks weird or feels weird. I mean, if you've never done this motion, it probably is gonna look weird and feel weird. And then it's gonna start to feel good. So again, this is called CETI grind. And let's go one more each side. So again, just warming our spine up, moving that vertebra in the pelvis. Good, and reverse it, one more to the other side. For 2, we're inhaling here, exhale to round. You got it, good. So I'm gonna have, we're gonna go up to standing today. And we're gonna probably be doing a lot of work standing. So you don't need to have shoes if you don't want them. I tend to just use like socks with little stickies on them. But definitely be on, you know, have like a good mat where you're not gonna slip, things like that. Most of the stuff, some of these stretches we're gonna start with, I'm just gonna move my camera up. You could also do on the ground if you needed to. But again, I'm just wanting to give you some variety compared to last time. So I'm gonna bring my chair over here. So we're gonna be doing a standing hip flexor stretch. So just 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, kind of a really wide stretch. Actually, let's do right foot forward, left foot back. And I'm pushing this part of my hip forward. Have this chair, you can have a wall just for a little stability. If you, I don't know, just for whatever reason, don't feel comfortable standing today, you could just be on the floor, have one knee down and pushing that hip forward. So again, we're just doing a standing hip flexor stretch, okay? If you want to progress this or intensify this, left arm is up, or whatever leg that's back, that's the arm we're going to put up. And you're just going to take a little side bend to the opposite direction. And notice how you're going to feel that stretch go deeper through the side body as well as maybe deeper down the leg. Take a breath here. So on the inhale, expand your ribs on this side and exhale. And then just come back to the center and we'll switch sides. So we have that other leg forward. Again, I'm pushing the right part of my hip forward. You could also do this on the knee. And breathe. So take that inhale. I said this last week, but your diaphragm is also inserted down into where the beginning of your hip flexor inserts as well. So those are connected. So if you can do that deep breathing into the belly while you're holding the stretch, it's going to help open that area up even more. So deep inhale into the belly, exhale it out. If you want to add that arm here, this time the right arm is up, a little side bend to the left. Again, take a breath. Good, just come back to center. And using your chair, or if you have a couch or just like a little step, move this up a little bit. I'm gonna have you do a little standing hamstring stretch today. So maybe using the wall, or sometimes use my foam roller to hold on to for a little bit of balance, just bringing that right foot forward, right on top of that chair or bed or couch, and just leaning forward. I'm taking a hinge from my hip as opposed to rounding the body. So hinging, tailbone's going back. Flex your foot. It's going to give you a little bit of a deeper stretch with that foot flexed. And take a couple deep breaths here. So for some people, this might feel like a lot on your knee. If this feels uncomfortable, soften your knee a little bit and then still bend forward. So you're not just in those tendons. For example, if you feel a lot of this stretch behind your knee, then I want you to bend your knee a little bit. So it goes more into, so the stretch goes more into the muscle and not in the tendons that are behind the knee. You also might feel this through your calves. Good, slowly just roll up from here and then we'll switch sides. So we have that other foot forward, for me it's the left foot, or just switch legs. Again, take that hinge forward first and kind of see where you're feeling the stretch. These are just called static stretches. So we do kind of I like to do a combination of some static stretches as well with some more ballistic type stretches, which are basically like moving stretches. Like that seafood grind that we started with, that's more of a moving stretch. So same thing on this side. If you're feeling a lot behind the knee, just soften the knee a little bit, bend forward. Deep inhale here and exhale. Ooh, my hamstrings feel tight today. Good, and then just drop the head, roll up from here. And then just standing, we're taking like a little bit of a willow tree. It's called a willow tree in yoga. We just kind of turn the hips, move the arms. Yeah, so just like a moving mobility stretch. I'm just letting my arms swing here. So in other words, I'm not moving. It's not like my arms are moving my body. My hips are turning and my arms are just following. So my arms are like raggedy Ann doll arms. And they're just kind of swapping the, slapping the kidneys in the back there. We're breathing. Kind of go for like 30 seconds. Side to side. Just let those arms dangle. Yeah. Just gives a nice sense of total relaxation in the body. Notice anywhere in the body where you might be holding on. And I'm going kind of fast. You could do this really slow if you wanted to, 3, 2, and 1. You got it. Good. So just shake it out. And we're going to get right into some strength work today. So I'm just going to kind of move my camera back a little bit so you can see a little bit more of me. Okay. So grab some water now if you have it and want it. And we're doing a circuit today. We did a little bit of a circuit last week, but I felt like we went a little over time. So I actually want to do a little bit more strength today that we didn't get to last week, which will be fun. And we're basically going to go 2 rounds. I have this great little app that I like to use, and there's a ton of apps that have, like different exercise timer apps that you can download. This is called Tabata Pro. It's based along a Tabata format, which is usually 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest to transition. So I changed it around. So all these exercises are going to be 30 seconds, so a little bit longer, 30 seconds, but I'm giving you a little bit more time to rest or transition. It's really just transition. I'm giving you 12 seconds to transition. The whole thing is going to be about 15 minutes. We're going to go 2 rounds. So we're doing 10 30-second segments for 2 rounds, and it's going to equal 15 minutes. So we're going to start. I'm going to start this, and maybe I'll just tell you what those exercises are first as well. And you also get a printout of all of these, but we're going to be doing plies, stationary lunges. I have it written down here, a little lateral hop. We'll be on the mat, donkey kicks on both sides, bicycles, some single leg bridges, and some sit-ups with legs extended. So it doesn't seem like a lot of exercises, but we're doing left side, right side, left side, right side. So 30 seconds on all of those sides, and it's going to be a good workout. So without further ado, I'm going to start the time. So we have 10 seconds to kind of prepare here, so don't start yet. I'll let you know when to start. You're going to start in your stationary lunge. You're starting your plie, nice and wide here, toes are out, and begin. So we're just going to go down and up in this plie. So my toes are really pointing out. And I like to get moving first, and then I give cues. So if this feels like, oh gosh, I really can't do this, or I feel really unbalanced, you could use your chair or something, to kind of hold on to here. I don't want these big exercises to be about balance. And we only have 3 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're going to go into a lunge. Let's do left foot forward, right foot back, kind of like what you did with your hip flexor stretch. And again, I'm going to use this just for a little help with my balance. And I'm going down and up here with the lunge. So just down and up. This is 30 seconds. And I'm going to show you from this angle so you can kind of see. I really need like a wide angle camera for you guys, but down and up. Key things on your lunge. You don't want your front knee to go past your toe, and you want to keep that front heel grounded. So make sure that front heel does not lift off the floor. You got it. We're going to switch sides. So right foot forward, left foot back. I'm going to go a little bit of an angle here so you can see. And I like to keep my back heel lifted off the ground. So just down and up. I have hypermobile ankles. So you might hear my ankles cracking a lot. And so you might have the same thing, or they just crack. I don't have pain. It's just they like to pop and crack. Nothing I can really do about it. 10 more seconds here. 5 more seconds. After this, we're going to go stay standing. We're taking a little lateral hop. Good, that's time. So just standing. Again, make sure you have sound footing here. I don't want anyone sliding or slipping on the floor. So stay on your mats maybe and make sure your mat is solid. And it's just a lateral hop side to side. I think we did do this exercise last time. I really have a love for lateral hops. I think it just feels good. Now, some of my clients, they like to spice it up. They make this like a little dance routine. Sometimes they make it more of like, an ice skater. So up to you. You can also just take a step side to side. You got it. That's it. That was 30 seconds. We're going to go down to the mat. This is your donkey kick. So down on all fours. You're here. You're going to have that other foot up. Left foot is up and just reaching. Is this going fast? Yeah, that 12-second rest / transition, not a lot of time, right? So that's why we're doing 2 rounds. You get to do it again. And you'll get a copy of the workout. So if you want to change, your timing on this, maybe 30 seconds of work and 15 seconds to transition, you can do that. Good, bring the leg down. We switch sides. So right leg is up. We'll start in 4, 3, 2, and go right into your lift. So these for me are all about control. It's really easy to, sometimes people just, they just go really fast, or they go like all the way down, they're all over the place. Just less is more. Go down a little bit, come up, engage your glute. Feel your glute working here. And breathe. Did we forget about breathing? Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 10 seconds to go, a little less. And then after this one, we're going to turn and lie on the back. 3, 2, and 1. You got it. So just lying in the back. Maybe use your pillow here. This chair. And we're gonna go bicycles. So hands underneath the butt for this to support your back, and then just bicycling the legs. So I'm going out about 45 degrees. If this feels like too low or hurts your back, you could actually bicycle more up towards the ceiling. Or if you want more of a challenge, you could go lower towards the floor. But you shouldn't feel anything in your lower back. All abdominals. For 3, for 2, for 1. Feet down. If you're using your pillow, move it out of the way because we're going to do some bridges. This is a single leg bridge, 30 seconds on each side. So go ahead and bridge up. Extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Just lower the hips halfway and then lift right back up. And breathe. So shoulders away from the ears, pushing those arms down as you're lifting. 3, 2, and 1. Just bring it down to switch sides. If the single leg feels like a lot, just do regular bridges with both feet on the floor, which would just look like that, okay? Extend that right leg up. You're gonna go halfway down and then take a lift. So I'm feeling kind of hot and heated here. You should be too. You know, we've talked about last time how, you know, I think as we know, a lot of survivors have gained weight due to medicines. And so we want to get our body temperature up here so we can burn calories. You got it. That's 30 seconds. Just bring it down. Maybe do a quick hug in. And then you're going to extend your legs out, stack your right heel on your left toe, hands behind the head, and we go right into a little crunch here. So I'm just curling up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Little crunches. Try to keep your elbows wide, but if any pain there, just bring them closer together, and then switch the legs. And curl it up. Stay with it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down. Hug the knees into the chest. Just take a little stretch in. Maybe rock side to side a little bit. Give yourself a spinal massage. And then we're going to repeat. So turn onto the side, go ahead and sit up. I'm giving you guys a minute break here. So 1 minute, grab some water. Have a little sip. So now that you've gone through it once, you kind of know what to expect and where you might need to have things handy to grab, like your pillow, chair, wall, whatever you need to be ready. I know there are some people out there live. If you're doing it live, feel free to let me know how you're doing here. How's everyone doing out there if you're doing this live? Some might just be watching and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do that later. But if you're doing it live, stay with me. You're doing great. All right, we're gonna go 15 more seconds here. So the first thing we started with is our plie. And I'm gonna have that ankle down a bit so you can really see my feet this time. Toes are out. I'm super wide, and here we go. So just down and up in the plie. If you're a superstar, well, we're all superstars, but if you really are, maybe you've already been exercising for a long time, you could progress this. You could be holding your weights here if you want. Little tuck on the tail, keep your spine up nice and tall. Stay with it, 5 more seconds, and then we go into your stationary lunge. Good, that's time, stand it up. So let's do right foot forward, left foot back to start. Notice I have that back heel up. I'm not on a tight rope, so I just step straight back from where my left leg normally would be. And just stationary lunge down and up. And breathing, inhale down. Take your time on this and listen to your body, okay? Any pain in the knee, you can even just go down and hold. Take a little like an isometric hold. Just try to stick with it for 30 seconds. You only have 2 more seconds to go. That's time, go ahead and switch. So left foot forward or right foot back. Again, stationary lunge. Make it as hard as you can make it, but it's 30 seconds, right? So if you can, try to come all the way down. Sometimes people like that little knee, back knee to sort of tap the floor. If you can do that without pain, great. I personally am still, I have some joint pain due to my medication. So, sometimes things like this bother me. And so I might just sort of change my range of motion. I might just take a little pulse here. So I'm not making my joints hurt. You got it, that's time. All right, we got your lateral hop, my secretly favorite exercise. So just a little side to side, you're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. So again, side to side. This is really just like a little cardio beat. So we're getting our heart rate up, burning some calories here. But if you needed to, you can just step. Maybe stay lower on the step. If you want to make it harder, there's lots of ways. Lots of ways to modify all of these exercises. Stay with it for 3, for 2, and 1. We go to the mat. So these are your donkey kicks. If you need a little pillow for your knee, just put that there. I like to come down to the elbows just to take pressure off the chest a little bit. And left leg is up, and we're taking a little push. So this is really isolating our glute, where that glute and hamstring connect, that area of our body that we tend to sit on a lot. We want that to be strong. And breathe. My foot is flexed. I'm thinking of stamping the sole of my foot onto the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1, and we switch sides. So if you have that pillow, if you need it, move it to the other side, or a little towel rolled up for the knee. Again, just to protect those joints. Why not? Go to the other side. Bend the knee and lift. Yeah, I found that sometimes people are really resistant to getting into the most favorable and comfortable positions while exercising. So for example, if you feel like, well, I don't need that pillow for my knee, you know what? Why not just use it? It's not going to hurt. And if anything, it's going to help and might keep you from getting injured. So good, that's time. You're going to turn, lie in the back. Pillow can go behind the head if you want it and need it. These are your bicycles. So hands go underneath the butt to support your back. Legs are on tabletop, and then you're just bicycling. Reaching out through the balls of the feet, through the toes. And actually, let's reverse direction. So we did front last time. So this is our reverse. Or if you were doing reverse last time, then go front ways. But think of scooping low and then lifting high. I like to think of kind of like scooping my toes into sand and then lifting the sand up. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set the feet down, and we're at your bridges. So move that pillow out of the way if you were using it. We're going to go right up into your full bridge. Extend the left leg up, and then just lower the body halfway and lift. And you're squeezing the glute at the top. Again, just take your time. You don't need to get a million of these in. Just a few like quality, good movements is really going to help change your body. And again, if that single leg gets tired, keep going and just set that other foot down so you can still do the movement. And then as soon as you can, maybe switch back to that single leg. Good, that's 30 seconds. Come down, do a little stretch in. Feet down, we do it again. So bridge up first, extend that right leg up, just lower halfway down and lift. And breathing, inhale through the nose, exhale to lift those hips up. And squeeze the glute at the top of the lift. Again, modification would just be both legs. You can do that for a full minute. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down. Extend the legs out. Stack your left heel on top of your right toes. Hands behind the head. And these are your crunches here. So curling up, tips of the shoulder blades. So I like to do these with my legs extended just because they open up the front part of the body. You'll notice you might feel this a little bit lower in your belly. Now, if this is a lot on your head or neck, maybe one hand can be down. Really press your head back into your hands. So don't pull at your head or neck. Switch the legs. Then keep lifting. Inhale here, exhale to curl up. Stay with it, we're almost there. We got like 15 more seconds here. Deepening those abdominals in and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, just bring it down. Hug those knees back into the chest just to stretch out the back. Let's take a little spinal twist here. So I'm gonna have you go feet down. Just drop the knees to a side. Take a breath. Maybe turn the head the opposite direction. I'm gonna come back in through the center, go to the other side. Good, and then back into the center. Grab some water here. How are we doing on time? Good. 2:41. So we're gonna do like a little final stretch. And we're also gonna end with like a really, a brief meditation here, basically. So I'm just gonna bring my camera down a bit. Not so high up, that's better. So on the final stretch, if you have a foam roller, I want you to use it. If you don't worry about it, okay? It's just to do a couple range of motion exercises for the upper body. So if you do have a foam roller, make sure that it's this long. This is like the longest foam roller you can order. You're just gonna sit at the edge and you're gonna lie back here. So your head is on here. Again, if you didn't have this, just lie on the back. Arms are gonna be out with the palms facing up. And we're just getting a nice stretch through the chest. Arms could also be like this. I call these cactus arms. This is gonna be a little bit more intense. I can't quite, I think pre-surgery, I could definitely bring my arms comfortably down, but you know, that's very hard for me to do now. So I could do it if I'm not tight, but I can tell I'm pretty tight today for whatever reason. So I'm not gonna push it. I'm just gonna kind of open and use my breath to open up the chest muscles. If you do have a foam roller and you don't get much of a stretch with the arms out, but you get a good stretch here, sometimes I like to take a little pillow and just put it underneath that elbow. So you still get the stretch without gravity pulling down, because you don't want to have an injury here. Okay, so just be mindful of that. You can also just do palms by your side with arms by your side with the palms facing up, and slowly start to bring them out, kind of like a snow angel. You know, find that range of motion that feels good for you. And just hold it here for a sec. Do some deep breaths, deep inhale and exhale. And let's just take a few pelvic tilts here. So just tilting the pelvis up, and I'm creating like a big arch in my back here. So notice I can fit my hand underneath, and then I'm flattening it. I can't pull my hand out. So I'm just flat arching my back. So you can see there, yeah, and just flattening my back, okay? Just a few pelvic tilts here. Just kind of feels good on this foam roller. Good, and then you're gonna go arms up. So let's go ahead and clasp our fingers together. And then we're just gonna stretch the arms back, and I want you to stay within a range of motion that feels good for you. And then exhale as the arms come up. So if you're having pain there, I want you to separate your hands and see how far back you can go with those hands separated. Again, staying in a range of motion that feels like you're getting a stretch, but still feels good. And then exhale up. I'm gonna go 3 more. Just inhale back. So you might only be able to go to here, and then maybe there's like a little click, and then you can go further. I want you to actually stop before you go past that click. Just go to there, and then exhale, arms come up. Again, 2 more. Inhale back. And exhale up. 1 more. Inhale, stretch it back. And exhale up. And then if you're on the foam roller, hands are going to hold on to the bottom edge of the foam. You might need to slide down a little bit. If you're not on the foam roller, then I want you to do arms out to your sides. And you're just going to squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back, kind of like how you started with that lymphatic drainage exercise. But just kind of squeeze again, and then release it. Do that 5 times. And if you're on the foam and you can wrap your hands around the foam, I like to open through the chest here and squeeze, hold, and then release. So I'm pulling my shoulders down the back and away from my ears. And release. Yeah. 3 more here. And again, if you're not on the foam, just elbows into the floor, squeeze and release. And maybe press the arms up and then bring the arms down, squeeze. You could also do this one on the foam roller. It's great. I love these. I have a whole range of motion series with the foam roller that I'm working, that I'm getting on video. So you can see. 1 more here. You got it. Good. So if you've been on the foam roller, just gently come off. I kind of just roll off to the side there. Good. And then sit up. So we have a few minutes left. I like to leave a little time for a Q&A. So I'm just going to spend 5 minutes and do a little meditation work. So for some people, everyone has mixed feelings about how they feel about meditation. If you're a cancer survivor, I'm sure you've probably heard that meditation can be helpful for you, and you may still not want to do it, and that is okay. But just know that it's scientifically proven now that meditation can help with your fatigue, can help you sleep better, can help with chronic pain, can help with your anxiety. So I don't know. I just feel like if you had a pill that did all that stuff, you would take it, right? So for you to not incorporate meditation at this point in your cancer journey, no judgment here, but I just highly recommend it. And it doesn't need to be a lot. It can be, I like to kind of do these little 1-minute meditations. I don't have time. I've gone through history. I have a history of meditation. So I used to do what's called TM meditation, which is I had a mantra, I said it in my head, did it 20 minutes in the morning and night for many, many, many years. I don't always have time to do that. And I don't always have time or want to do TM. So I tend to now sometimes just do these 1-minute little meditations. So that's what we're going to do today. Super simple. I'm going to give you 2 that you can do. And one is considered just a very mindfulness-based meditation. So go ahead and close your eyes. You can either be You don't have to be sitting, cross-legged in like yogi pose position. You could be sitting comfortably in a chair. You could be lying on your back. You could be on your side, lying down. Wherever it feels good for you, go there now, okay? I usually feel good like this, so I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna close my eyes and just go back into that deep breathing that we started with. So again, deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And just continue into that deep breathing while I talk for a minute. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And while you're breathing, just bring some awareness to your surroundings. Maybe if you hear a noise or you feel the floor, just start to notice things around you. And as soon as your brain starts to notice that, come back to your breath. It's okay to have thoughts while you're meditating. So again, if you're a person who feels like, I can't meditate, I can't stop thinking, that is not what meditation is. You're naturally going to have thoughts because we are human beings with the brain, and that is normal. So have a thought, notice that you're having thoughts, and then come back to your breath. Again, inhale through the nose. And exhale, just come back to breathing. So I'm going to add some counts with our breath. So we make it like an exercise. So exhale all the air out of your lungs. And then we're going to inhale on a count of 5. So start your inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And on 5, you're going to hold the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale the breath out on a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We do that again. Deep inhale, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold the breath. Maybe take in some more air. Really expand your lungs. Pull air into the pelvis. And then slowly try to control that exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One more deep inhale. 2, 3, 4. All the air is in on 5. Hold. For 3, 4, and exhale on a 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then just breathing normally here. Notice your system is slowed down a little bit. Now I'm going to give you one more little mini meditation to do. And it's a gratitude meditation. I'm sure many of you might have gratitude journals. And I know all of us probably have people or things or pets in our lives that we're grateful for. So just with your eyes closed, and I also want to stress that I'm giving you this gratitude meditation is because there's been a lot of studies over the past couple years on its impact on anxiety. And it's been proven that it activates dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter that's responsible for making you feel good. So we all want to feel good. And this is really simple to do. So with your eyes closed, I just want you to think of 5 people, places, or things that you are grateful for, and then just send them a silent thank you. So you don't have to, again, don't do this out loud. You could even write it down afterwards, or I would write it down afterwards. Just do it first in your mind. Again, 5 people, places, or things that you're grateful for, and then send them a silent thank you. I'm going to do it with you guys. So just take a minute. Keep breathing. And slowly start to open your eyes. Just notice the light. If you had 5 things that you thought of and you want to write them down, I would write them down. They're always great places to go back to bring you joy and a sense of peace in your life. Again, you can look it up on your own and do the research on how helpful having gratitude and acknowledging it can really help with anxiety. So, and then, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but but the two can exist together supposedly. So a lot of times, if I'm having a bad day or really stressed out about something, I'm in my head about a lot of, BS. I'll just be like, okay, I take a minute and I go to that list. And I keep expanding the list. You can always keep expanding your list. And it's just been really helpful for me. So I hope one of you can use that as well. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. We do have time for a little Q&A if anyone had any questions. I did this last time too. I'm just going to throw my email in the chat. If you guys don't want to ask me questions here, you can always reach out to me personally. And just like everyone else on here who's been doing sessions, we're all available for one-on-one consultations and, anything else. So I think Sarah, she can, everyone can read the chat, but I'll read what Sarah just said. She said, thank you so much. I very much loved the lymphedema work, strength and stretching, all geared towards breast cancer survivors. So helpful. And 2 years out, I'm still trying to figure out and find more programs that work for me further out from treatment. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. It's where a lot of us are. And, I went to, a physical therapist just to kind of see what they would do. And, the things that they gave me, I was kind of like they weren't that great, they weren't that great. And they were just kind of, I don't know. I live in Los Angeles. I've done all my work at Cedars-Sinai, which is, obviously one of the top hospitals in the country, and top doctors, great fees, and yeah, 5 years ago, no one was even talking about, doing exercise, especially for maybe if you weren't presenting with like lymphedema, they were just like, okay, here's your surgeries, here's that, go about your business, and figure it out. So, and if you've encountered any personal trainers, after being cleared to exercise, most personal trainers don't really know what you can and cannot do. So I've gotten a lot of my breast cancer survivors from other trainers who have, they've worked with, and maybe that trainer, hurt them and didn't really know how to progressively work them without causing them to either fatigue early or, get injured. So that's something to be aware of. If you are ready to work with someone one-on-one, try to reach out. I know CETI has a whole directory, a list of people who have, gone through this cancer exercise training and can really specialize a customized workout for you, for where you're at with your, specific range of motion and everything else. So, reach out to any of us to find out more information. Did anyone else have any other questions or have any feedback? I love feedback. Yeah, thank you so much, Sarah, for your feedback. If you guys want to email me directly with any feedback, that would be so appreciated. And just a little bit about, again, I've personally created a program. It's called the Breast Method. It's going to be a 6-week course that I'm going to be rolling out at the beginning of the year. So I know many of you are like, oh my God, 6 weeks, but it is a wellness-based course. It's some movement, some really basic movement every day that you could do at your schedule. If you fit it in when you can get it in. There's going to be a whole community of other survivors that you'll be working with. We'll have probably like a once weekly meeting or get together, and there's going to be a whole nutrition component, meditation ideas, breath work, and it's just a really, I've found that I've done this myself personally, these kind of 6-week types of programs where it's like, okay, like once I've had it for that amount of time, now I can take this and make it my own and do it myself on my own. So that's why it is that length of time for consistency. And that's how long it takes to, start a new habit. So we want this to be a habit exercise for cancer patients. It's going to help reduce your chances of recurrence and, just keep you feeling better. So again, with that being said, I think we probably will be ending unless anyone has any questions. I'm going to take a little photo. I like to take little photos on my screens.
All right. That was great, Jennifarre. Thank you.
Greg? All right. So I will see, hopefully, again, if you plan to sign on for Wednesday, it's going to be a whole new workout and plan as well. So something different for all 3 of these sessions, but kind of the same format, but totally different exercises and ideas. So looking forward to seeing everyone in a couple of days. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifarre.
Thank you.